All right, so last night was a movie night. I didn't have my daughter, so I was excited to watch something that like adults like rather than just whatever cartoon is popular right now. And I decided I wanted a guaranteed enjoyable movie. So I watched what a lot of people consider like an art masterpiece, and I watched Little Women, which completely forgot it needed a storyline.
No, there is a storyline. You just have to be
There
patient.
isn't.
Yes, there is. There's beautiful character development.
Oh, totally. I would agree with that. The acting is amazing, but it just doesn't go anywhere.
Yes, it does, Ryder. You're not patient. How many minutes did you last?
I would say an hour and 10 minutes I gave it.
Okay, you only had 50 minutes left to go.
Would something start? Like, would a storyline begin to hatch? I just don't understand how they could write that movie and be like, let's just not have anything happen.
Sorry that it's not led by a macho dude.
What?
Yeah, I went there.
No, that's not
I went there. I didn't finish it either.
This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai. Check out the Southtown Hyundai Advantage at southtownhyundai.ca.
A cold start to the week. I've got a little tip that will warm you up almost immediately.
What's that?
Put your socks in the microwave for a couple minutes.
Microwave?
Yeah, so I just popped mine in here at the work microwave, warmed them up nice and toasty, and I feel great.
Isn't that a hazard?
No, not unless you have like metal socks, but I don't know anyone who does.
I've always pictured you as the type that wears shoes without socks.
Hey,
That's just what I think when I look at you.
yeah, no, so they're toasty warm. I hope nobody at work minds the foot skin that was just heated up in the microwave. Nobody will, right?
Why would there be skin?
Well, just from my socks. They're used
Ew,
socks.
what's wrong with your feet?
Well, skin falls off your body.
Not me. I'm intact, 100%.
Okay, get out. Anyway, I'm just kidding. I don't put my socks in the work microwave. I figured you'd know that I was lying.
I'm sending out an email.
We'll have a little round of complaint corner ourselves right now.
I like seeing that vaccines are trending. There are a lot of companies that are trying to come up with the perfect solution for COVID.
Mm-hmm.
What I don't like is the fact that every single news article has to use a zoomed in photo of a needle jabbing someone's arm. No, You are not getting a link clink from me.
A what?
You know what I mean. It's gross. It makes me gag. I don't want to see it.
Okay.
I don't even look at my own arm when I'm getting a needle.
Right.
I refuse to look at the needle.
Yeah, I don't know why they feel the need to show it in like all the way in.
And in movies?
Right.
What is the purpose of this? You're just showing off that you can do this like with a fake needle?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not impressed with your magic. I don't want to see it.
This text to 780-784-7107 was people that don't realize they should have their lights on when it's snowing outrageously. Came across a few of those on the weekend. And yeah, let's put it on the list. Get your lights on when you're driving in a blizzard. Doesn't that seem obvious?
Every time it snows, I'm like, well, here we go. It's just the beginning of the angry texts we're going to get into our station, reminding people in all caps, put your dang lights on.
I would like to complain today about people that have their cell phones on full volume, whether they're playing a game, watching videos, you on TikTok, or people that text with their sound effects on.
Right.
Okay, we get it. Shut your damn phone off.
I love that people get personally offended too if someone else in the room has the same ringtone as them.
Yeah,
And they're like,
lost it
mad.
on you.
He's like, whose phone is that? I was like, I just got a text. He's like, well, that's someone that I know that's the sound that it makes when they text me. I was like, okay.
107.
Tell us about your job hazard. What's the worst case scenario for you?
So over the weekend, you and our roommate Grant Johnson were watching the UFC fights. And
shout out to Edmonton boy that was fighting this weekend. He didn't get it done, but
that's okay.
He's been on a rumble lately.
I left the house at the perfect time to go for a walk. Because what happened? This guy was in the ring and his ear fell off.
Yeah. Well, he got kicked in the junk twice.
Oh, no.
The one time he was laying on the ground gagging, which I've only been bagged bad enough to gag maybe once in my life, but
Okay.
I know it's possible. And then he got it again with the kick, and then he got his ear punched mostly off.
So what do you mean by off? Like, was it dangling or was it on the floor?
The top half was dangling over the bottom half.
Yikes.
Yeah, they had to stop the fight immediately. So he loses the fight. He gets his ear punched off. He gets kicked in the junk a couple times, and he was like one of the first fights of the night while Biden and Harris were giving their speeches.
Okay.
So like nobody was watching either. So you're still unknown, earless, and tender in the junk. Yeah,
And even if you did have fans, you wouldn't really be able to hear them.
Exactly. You didn't know if people were cheering for him or not. But yeah, that's a job hazard, I suppose.
Yeah.
Of being a UFC fighter.
So what's your job hazard? It could be something serious. It could be something silly. Sean texted in saying, I cut trees around live power lines. So just every day you're living on the edge. It's just a risk. Des says, I'm a bus driver and I might freeze to death before picking up the first kid in the morning because it doesn't warm up until the first 20 minutes in. No thanks.
I would say the job hazards around here get pretty dangerous as well.
Well, one time I put my headphones on and my volume was way up, so I almost blew my eardrum, but that's probably the most hazardous thing that's happened to me.
Oh.
What happened to you?
Wow.
Are there things I don't know about this industry?
Yeah, it gets pretty scary out there.
Like what?
Well, I had somebody tell me that I had a face for radio once, and
In the comment section.
Yeah.
Oof, that hurts.
Yeah, it's pretty dangerous.
Probably the worst case scenario is we have to change these, call them dog silos, the garbage silos, the dog parks. And worst case scenario is that bag that's full of about 1,000 pounds of dog crap can basically fall off the crane and it could potentially land on you. And I think the worst case scenario to that would probably be the smell, honestly. The smell is just awful.
Imagine if that was the way that you went too. Like he went doing what he loved, cleaning up dog poop.
That would be the worst way to go, 100%.
Suffocation of dog crap. Thanks, Sean. We appreciate the call, man.
No problem. Thanks, guys.
I just shared this story on Play 107's Facebook page, and it comes to us from Saskatoon. Over the weekend, there were two guys who went out on their sleds and just drove up and down 8th Street, pushing out stuck vehicles. Like that
Unreal.
to me is just so wholesome. And it's funny because this weekend I woke up and I was like, what's that sound outside? I look out the window and there was a guy with his snowplow doing every single driveway on the entire crescent. And I even asked the neighbors, I'm like, who was that? And they're like, I don't know. I've never seen that guy before.
Just a snow angel.
Yep.
Wait, that's already taken, snow angels. We need a new name. Snow hero. There we go.
Tell me something good.
The sad news about that Saskatoon story was the cops gave them tickets for driving skidoos in the city.
Yeah, probably.
My story is about a dad, a 29-year-old who stepped up in a very big way. He went through foster care growing up. He got separated from his siblings, and it wasn't until years later that he was able to reunite with them. And he didn't want that to happen to 5 kids when he saw the story come up. So he's taken them all in, all 5 of them. He's become their foster dad.
He's also become very tired.
Yeah, exactly. But there was a quote about how it's going so far, and he said, right now I'm just concentrating on earning their trust.
Right.
And trusting that in time, love will come along too. I've let them know every night, I'm your dad forever.
Aw.
I know what it's like, and I'm here for you.
That's so wonderful.
Pretty cute story, yeah.
Tell me something good.
It is time for Unsung Heroes, where we give shout-outs to people, places, and things that don't always get the attention they deserve.
Shout out to that one neighbor that goes out real early to shovel their walkway before anyone else in your neighborhood. Ugh. Try hard. We all know you're just finding excuses to avoid your family. Now we have to go out there and do ours too? Come on. Sunday.
Wow.
That's not even from a personal experience because someone came and did that around the entire crescent over the weekend. But I know other people have thought that before.
Shout out to Biden's speech about America coming together. Then reading the comment sections anywhere it was posted and realizing they've got some work to do.
Yeah. Shout out to people who are still finding excuses to not have to turn the heat on in their house. You aren't frugal. You're just a bad roommate. It's you, Ryder.
Hey, thanks. Shout out to the $35 I've saved on paper plates in 2020. Not having guests. What a great year.
Shout out to Alex Trebek, living proof that you can be forever known as a humble, kind, amazing human who got away with burning the nerdiest people on earth while hypocritically also being the ultimate nerd himself. I love that. Rest in peace.
Shout out to our natural Canadian winter instincts for leading us to positivity. There's 2 feet of snow. It's cold, miserable. Your car's covered in ice. Your heating bill's about to go way up. And you're still like, man, I love my gloves.
Shout out to Ryder's ex-wife for discovering Wheat Crunch exists in our city. Yeah, that's what's up. Millwood's Co-op. Also, hit us up on the text line right now if you want their Instagram account. It's such a blast from the past. It tastes delicious still, but rest in peace to your molars. Ouch.
And finally, shout out to Snow. Like the Informer.
What'd you say?
Guy.
Lick your bum now?
What are the lyrics? I don't know.
I don't know.
$50 bar tab to MKT up for grabs. All you have to do is listen to our 2 stories and decide who you think is lying. Anybody who guesses right is qualified.
Yep. I host the Bachelorette Tuesdays at MKT, so I'd love to see you there.
Oh, is that a lie?
No? Okay. Do you want to go first or second? You go first.
Okay. You'll probably find this a little bit surprising. Not you. You've heard this before. But Avril Lavigne kind of asked me out back in the day. She wanted to go for drinks. We had a really good interview. It was like half an hour.
So this was a radio interview.
Yeah, she came into the station and she was performing the next night. And so she said, if you don't have plans tonight, take me around Saskatoon. Show me the city.
What year was this? She's been married a bunch of times. Was she in a relationship?
The end of 2009. So she was separated from Derek Whibley, the lead singer from Sum 41, but they hadn't gotten divorced yet. I think that was in 2000.
What?
Yeah. And I had to say no. I was in a relationship. But she legit wanted to go out with me.
Avril Lavigne made a pass at you.
She did. And if you look back on her track record, Derek Whibley's not the most handsome guy. Chad Kruger is
Kruger is a babe.
Okay. But she was ready for a little rebound, I think.
Okay.
What? I was the handsome radio guy. I had a full head of hair back then. A little more trim and buff at the same time.
Were you rocking that mohawk at that point? Because I feel like Avril would be into that.
I think I had my long shaggy hair at that point.
Okay.
Anyway, that happened.
So right now you have to decide as the listener whose story is a lie. If you're right, you're entered to win a bar tab at MKT. My turn.
Okay.
I hung out with Chevy Chase once. I pushed him. I pushed him and he fell down a hill.
No.
It's a true story.
Lisa, you coming with that? You pushed.
I pushed Chevy Chase down a hill when I was 9.
What?
It's a true story.
Okay. Is there any more details than that? You were 9 years old.
I was 9. I was wearing a purple jacket and a pink and purple striped
You remember what you were wearing when you were 9?
He looked at me and he said, do you have any siblings? And I said, yeah, I got 2 sisters. And he said, oh, yeah, cool. I got 3 daughters, so kind of same. I was like, cool. And then I pushed him.
Okay.
This is a true
It's pretty obvious
story.
Who's lying here. Lisa was the one telling the truth. I was, in fact, the one lying.
Yes, we know. So I just wanted to give some mad love to all of our OG listeners that know that my story's true. They've been listening for years, and I've told this story in the past. When I was on the movie set for Snow Day, my job was to push Chevy Chase down the hill in the scene where he's dressed up like a snowman doing the weather report. I'm the little blonde girl that runs across the screen and pushes them down the hill on a toboggan.
Thank you for all the texts, and shout out to anybody that actually believed I was cool enough to have Avril Lavigne ask me out.
Now you should try and make a pass at her. Hit her up. Isn't she single now?
What's up, girl?
Hey!
I'm just a skater boy. Thank you for checking out the show. 780-784-7107, our number. Anything you want to call about. You're looking for a traffic update? What's up?
I was just wondering if you guys knew what was going on 50th Street. I'm sliding. Over right 50th and 34th.
Oh, I know what's happening. It's Big Mary Monday. Yeah, because there's like a Mary Brown's right there, right?
Okay. They're getting ahead. They're getting ahead start.
We don't know what's going on there. If anybody does have an update, feel free to get at us when it's safe to do so at 780-784-7107.
Yep.
All right, so what's going on with these eyebrows?
My girlfriend Megan introduced me to it, and I've never even noticed that it's a trend. It's what Kendall Jenner has right now.
Okay.
It's called the fox brow.
And didn't it start to get really popular because of Queen's Gambit, too?
No.
Oh.
But I do think that the actress in Queen's Gambit has it as well. And what it does is instead of the eyebrow curving over to like form a shape around your eye, it more so just goes straight and up. And it makes your eyelids look so much bigger. There are people that get threading done that literally will like lift your eyebrow, like lift them. But we've discovered now that you don't need to do that. Some people are just shaving like the ends of their eyebrows off and just extending their brow up instead of curving it around. Now, this might sound crazy, but we've gone through so many different eyebrow trends over the years. I don't think that the eyebrows people are doing now are out or not good. Keep doing that. But I do recommend trying the fox brow.
That's what it's called, hey?
You can Google it. You can check the hashtag on TikTok. I posted mine this morning on Play 107 YEG's Instagram story. What are your thoughts, Ryder? You're looking at me right now. Do I look different?
Well, you know what it kind of says? It's called what?
Fox brow.
Yeah, this is what they say to me.
What does the fox say? What the fox say?
No.
What the fox say?
That's just what I'd say. Like,
No.
that's what your eyebrows are screaming to me right now.
Don't ruin this for us, okay?
Play 107.
Would you go in a submarine and check out the Titanic if you were given the opportunity?
I don't know. Yes?
Really? Because I thought you might be scared. You're scared to go up.
I'm scared of heights. I don't know if I'm necessarily scared of down.
Going now, okay. This is a new option.
Okay.
Ocean Gate Expeditions will be taking people there for the first time in 15 years. It's been that long since anyone's seen it. Between May and September next year, but it's not cheap. $125,000 is what it's going to cost to descend the 2.4 miles and in the submarine. And check this out for 6 to 8 hours, the viewing experience.
Okay, maybe not. So how about instead, I'll just wait and see if someone else who has that kind of money goes, and then I'll watch their Instagram story.
Yeah, fair enough. $125,000 though. And check this out. I found this really interesting. Of the 36 people who have signed up already for the first expedition down to the Titanic, half of them are also booked for the Virgin Galactic space flight. So it's rich people that
Daredevils.
just want to see everything, and that's how they decided to spend their money. I got nothing but props for that. Why? Like, if you want to go see space and you can afford to go see space, awesome. Better than having a 16th car. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
I even, like, every time I see Kylie Jenner washing her vehicles, I'm like, but
why?
which ones did you even drive this month?
Exactly. Like, a couple's enough.
Ryder and Lisa.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai.
Play 107.